object you're working with. GoPros are pretty damn smart. Break in right here. I just want to show you guys the bearing here. The cap is on one end, and notice the notch in the bearing right here, and then the water will settle inside the housing and lock the bearing and the shaft. So this bearing is encapsulated inside the housing. The bearing has a hole in it, which the greaser, ooh, that looks loose. Yeah, we'll tighten that up. Which the greaser goes down into. It has a nipple. This nipple goes down into the bearing. This cap has a cone on it. This cap, or this housing, has a cone on it. Now what happens is ice and melting snow and ice, water, get down in here, and then when the temperature freeze-thaw cycle, it gets down in here and freezes. Now with that combined with heavy grease, so the bearing latches onto the shaft, and everybody keeps tightening the cap down. What happens is it snaps off the bolts, or it pulls them out and they have to drill them out and yada yada yada. So what happens is this, when this freezes up, just because of ice and snow or whatever it is, you can see that this one's moved and it's loose. So this bangs against the housing. So my theory is that this is a continuous thing. The 9K has one whole cap that's busted off, I think. There might be one bolt holding it on. And it's just inherent. And then what I was thinking is putting a rubber down in here, or I've got a piece of pool noodle that I burned a hole in the middle, small pool noodle. I'm gonna stuff that down in there and silicone it in, and what that'll do is it keeps the water out and the grease in, and hopefully that will help cure the problem, along with some lightweight grease for the wintertime. So let's pop over to the other side. Get over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down to where it's protected, just, you know, something like that down here, and then either use this, which is an old shock absorber rubber, which is a little harder than a pool noodle, but we'll keep an eye on them. And I'll paint these orange so I can keep an eye on them, and then silicone them in, like I said, get them straightened out. But this side has one bolt broke off already. I'm going to have to pull that out. And so that's what happens, is this spins and people think it just needs to be tightened. Well, no, it needs grease. And I mean, these are very, very nice. There's no wear at all in it. What is happening is, what I believe is, it's just freezing up during the winter. It just can't hold the ice and snow out. That hole allows too much in there with it freeze thaw, this big iron, and then it freezes up and people's not paying enough attention. So that's my theory on that. You can see that this one is gone. Yeah, I don't think you can see down in there, but there's there's no hole in there for this to go in. Now, what happened is this one has spun just a little bit. Now I'm not able to move it, but it does look like that the bearing has spun on the inside and I can't get to it. And what that nipple does is stop it. Not there yet. I'll be back.
Find my 1 3/8. So it might be one. Let's drive. About that. There we go. What I'm trying to do here is, ouch, pull this back so I can access this bearing, hopefully. Now let's see, now let this move. get it towards the spinal.
Oh, that's much heavy. A little heavier than I thought. Fifty, 60 pounds. She's spinning real easy. Okay. A nipple comes out of here, and then inside that nipple is a grease zerk. And in this, I seem to broken off the nipple, or the nipple came out. I need to spin this bearing to where I can access the hole for the grease zerk. If that makes sense. Is it down there yet? Nope. Nope. Hold on to that way. Oh yeah. I figured I'd have to go all the way around. Aha. So I am not sure if this just didn't idle out, because I'm not sure. Let me go get a flashlight. So have you guys seen my nipple grease zerk? No? I don't see it up there. Let me see if it's in the truck. This is an old one, but it's not long enough. So I found what I was looking for. See, this is the original one, and on the other side, this, I think the other one got banged up a little bit. And what they have, let me put this GoPro battery up first. Is a nipple, shorter nipple than this, but a nipple, and then this is tapped into it. And so I'll explain what's going on a little bit later. But right now I gotta, so that you know what all the parts are. So I'm gonna see if I can put that one in and grease that bad chicken. Yep. It looks like the nipple has been broken off on this side. So this one won't work on that. I'm gonna have to
So I think this side was nippled too. Must be an upgrade. So what I'm think's happening is this big hole here, if you can see this. In Alaska, we have a lot of freeze-thaw cycles, and this big hole here allows moisture down in there, and then when it freezes, that's just a bearing that spins, and what happens is it freezes up and it'll spin that whole bearing and shear that off. So I need to upgrade that, and then around the nipple, let me grab my nipple. This nipple was down, there was a nipple like this down in there, had the Zerk on the end, and what it did is it sheared it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap that out of there, put this back in, put one back in, then I'm going to put a piece of rubber around here and put this down in there. I might cut that in half, and then tap a Zerk in the top, and then once I have that rubberized, maybe put a O-ring or two in that, and then make a little mushroom to go on top so that the snow don't get into there as easy.